Morning, folks. It's Scott Duncan from Sharing the Burden here this morning. Just read a reading in our Life Recovery Devotional, and it's called Hungry Hearts for the 26th day of the third step, or third month, the way we follow the program. Step 3 represents month 3, which of course is March. Day 26 represents the 26th day, hence March 26th. Hungry Hearts, it's called, based on a biblical reading, Ruth 1-4. And the step, of course, is we made a decision to turn our wills and our lives over to the care of God. One of the major things in my life has been, or major fears, I guess, has been rejection. And I thought, maybe like me, many of you tried few things as opposed to many because of this fear of not doing them well and being rejected. In my sense, it's like an emotional paralysis sort of sets in, and the bottom line as a result is I don't feel good enough. I'm not good enough. Low esteem, if you will. And this is all based on the fear of rejection. A couple of neat things that it said in this, and I'm going to send this out, by the way. I'm going to make a copy of it later and send it out so that you can put the two together and know what I'm talking about. Remember the name Hungry Hearts, and maybe that picture will remind you. Anyway, it says here, it's scary to say, please love me, but it's worth the risk. A little further on, it says, if we don't fill our hunger for love in a legitimate way, we'll be driven back toward inappropriate behaviors, addictions if we're involved that way, compulsive behaviors. And he says here further, and this is especially appropriate for those who believe the Christian way like I do, but whatever your God looks like and whatever you know him, her, it to be, I think to curl up at the feet of this Almighty God is a very wonderful thought. And I thought, as it says here, we can be sure that when we curl up at the feet of Jesus, he'll be glad to find us there. He will provide for us, protect us, and love us. And I don't know, I just had a funny feeling at the moment that if I pictured myself curled up at the feet of Almighty God, Jesus, because, in a sense I know Jesus because he was a man who lived here not all that long ago, 20 times 100 is not very long, and people are living to 100 in many cases. So picture yourself there, and man, that's awesome. And again, the caption at the bottom here today says, when we risk reaching out to God, he fills the deep longings of our souls. And I find that very powerful. When we reach out to God, he fills the deep longings of our souls. And I'm able to reach out that way and take risks before God the way I understand God, far more than I ever was in the face of man and my peers and those around me. So, if this works for you at all, please try it and read this Life Recovery Devotional. This is what it looks like here. So if you have a chance to pick it up anywhere, not the STB Scott part, but the Life Recovery Devotional below, you can find that online and get a hold of it. And we use that on the Life Recovery Bible to basically run all our programs in jails, outside of jails, church, wherever we're able to discuss, how we've made it to where we are and what we lived. Folks, have a great day and a great week. This is Scott again from Sharing the Burden saying bye for now. Listen to us on the radio Tuesday mornings, 102.9 FM in Stouffville. Search us online. You can find us.